Hey you guys, it's Sheila. How you guys doing today? I'm doing okay. Before I get into this video, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys turn that post notification on so you guys can see what I post. So, today is a video about my birth story. That's what we're videoing today. So, alright, let's get up and personal. Let's get a little bit up and personal. Just kidding now. But, so today is about I'm trying to get all this to work. Today is about my birth story. Like, when I had Beretta and stuff. Let me guys show you. She's sweeping. So, first, let me tell you how this went. I found out the day of I think it's the morning or the night before Thanksgiving last year that I was pregnant with Beretta. That's how she felt about it. I took a pregnancy test, and I was just one of those people that always took pregnancy tests, and I don't know why, but I did take them quite often. But this time, like, I had a gut feeling. I was like, you know what? I might as well just take one, you know? I haven't had my period. I was 2 days before my period, I think. And I was like, you know, let me just take one. So, I actually had a miscarriage 2 years before her. I found out that night that I was pregnant, and then that morning I miscarried. I was at a 19 in Cleveland, Tennessee, and then I was at a 12 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So they was definitely telling me that I was having a miscarriage, and I actually passed the baby while I was at the hospital. But yeah. But after that, I found out that I was pregnant with Beretta the day before Thanksgiving. I didn't tell anybody that I was pregnant because I didn't really know. Like, I didn't want to tell anybody. Like, only person that knew was the people that lived with me, which was Austin, my friend, and her boyfriend. That's the only people that knew. Look at her little Santa outfit, or Santa on her booty. Little Santa on that butt. She's actually waking up, so I'm trying to put her back to sleep. But yeah, I found out the day before Thanksgiving, and no one knew except for Austin and the people that live with me. I went to Thanksgiving, and I didn't eat that much, and I'm not really sure why. But I didn't eat that much, but I was sleeping. Like, I just was so tired. And everyone's like, why are you so sleepy? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't. They was like, you better not be pregnant. And I was like, I'm not. No, not at all. So, the day after Thanksgiving, I posted on Facebook. And I was like, welcome 2017, the Van Duzer family, like the baby V. That's what I called her, baby V. Everyone was like, oh my god, congratulations, blah blah. And my mom was like, oh, why didn't you tell me whenever you found out? And I was like, Mom, just found out a couple days ago, so it's okay. And no one else knew. But anyways, so it goes on, and I found out, like, everything was going good. I went to an OB appointment, and everything was fine. Nothing was irregular. But I went and got blood work done at one OB, and they told me that my iron was low. So they gave me iron pills, which are like football pills. They literally look like footballs, and they were shaped in the football form and the color. But they were so disgusting. I only took them for about a week, and my levels went up really good. So the second OB that I went to said my iron was good, and everything was good. The baby's heartbeat was good. They didn't see anything that was wrong or anything like that. But before that, I had went to this like little, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, I guess you could call it I don't call it a charity. It's like homes that girls go to that like don't get a lot of stuff, you know, like help or whatever. But I didn't need help. It was like for free pregnancy test and an ultrasound, a free ultrasound. So I went and got that, and I was 4 weeks and like 16 days, I think she said, or something. I don't remember what she said, but I was 4 weeks, and she checked for 3 things. She checked for the heartbeat to see if the fetus was in the sac by itself, and how many babies there were, and if everything was fully functioning. So she said that she will like inform me of what she sees and what she doesn't see, and if she doesn't see those 3 things, she'll still let me see the baby, but she'll tell me what's going on. But luckily, like, praise God, everything was fine with her. Like, she showed me the thing, and I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh my God, oh my God. Like, I was so nervous. And she showed me, and I seen the heartbeat, and I cried. Like, I cried my eyes out. And I didn't know, like, what to think. And I was like, seriously, like, I'm pregnant. Like, what the crap? And Austin come in, and he seen the baby and everything. And he was like, oh, okay, now this is real. Like, okay. So, we went to another OB appointment. And the last OB appointment I went in Cleveland was, they had done an ultrasound, and they found an arrhythmia in her heartbeat, and they found a hole in her heart. And it was like, oh, well, that hole isn't supposed to be there, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I was freaking out. I was crying. I was like, what the hell? Like, what I did wrong? Like, I don't know what I did. But they said their arrhythmia might be something that you ate or whatever before the ultrasound. And I was like, okay. So, I cried though. I was like, I thought I did something wrong, you know? But, then, when that happened, we moved to Morristown, Tennessee, and the week after we moved to Morristown, they got me a high-risk appointment with UT, and UT did the ultrasound, and they said everything was fine. She was perfect. There was no arrhythmia. There was no no hole. The hole was there's 4 parts, so it's like this, and it has basically like a peace sign. Yeah, you call it that. It's like this, and it's basically like a peace sign. And it has 4 main things, they said. One here. Where's your heart? Dang, I'm crooked. It was there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. And this little valve down here was open, and they said that that's normal for babies because it will close. So I was like, okay, so I wasn't really worried about it. I go all through my pregnancy. Everything was fine. Nothing abnormal. Nothing. I got freaking lazy, y'all. Everything was nothing was like, oh my God, you got lazy. Sorry, y'all. I'm really weird. There was nothing abnormal, you know? So, I was 15 weeks, and I had moved to Morristown. I was 15 weeks, and my sister, for Christmas, she bought me this thing for Cloud 9. It's called a gender reveal. You go, and they don't tell you the thing, but we had a gender reveal party, and like she did these balloons, and me and him threw darts at him because he really loves playing darts. And we threw darts at him, and we found out we were having a little girl. So he wanted to name her Beretta Luann Van Duzer. Beretta because he loves guns. Lou for his mom's middle name, and for my mom's middle name, and of course Van Duzer for his last name. But yeah, so we go on with that, and we're like, okay, we're having a little girl, blah, blah. He was upset, but he would never take her back for the world. He loves her so much. But after that, it's like, okay, well, now we need to start buying stuff for little girls. I was so excited because I wanted a girl. I wanted a girl so bad. Me and my sister, the only two my mom has. My sister had all 5 boys, and I had the first girl out of all 5. So that's pretty exciting, and it was really funny. But found out I was having a little girl, and it was perfect. Like, everything was so good. We June 1st, we found a house, and we moved in, and we got everything ready. We got everything that we needed for Beretta. We painted her room. It's a sea theme, and it was just perfect. Like, we had everything that we wanted in our whole entire life. Over here making noises with her mouth. Anyways, so we went through the whole pregnancy. Everything was fine. Nothing was abnormal. And I went to my doctor's, and I could not pass that sugar test, that drink that they make you drink. I did it 3 times, and I couldn't pass it. I kept throwing up. Like, nothing come back bad. I just couldn't keep it down. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this again. So you guys just put me on a special diet, and we'll be on. Never again will I do that. I will try to stick that thing out for as long as I can. I will never do that diet again because, oh my gosh, I felt like I was starving, for real. Even though I couldn't keep them down, I still could not do it. So, everything was fine. We were perfect. After that, the diet, oh my God, let me tell you, it was horrible. But, the day of, like, my last appointment that I did, it was July 31st, 2017. They come in, and they was like, oh, well, you might have to wait a week because it's not really looking good. Like, your vitals aren't really looking good and stuff like that, and the baby's heartbeat. And I was like, what's wrong with her? Like, what's going on? Because I haven't heard nothing. From what I heard, she was measuring fine. Everything was okay. Well, she had that arrhythmia again. They found the arrhythmia the day before she was supposed to be due. So I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I'm stressing out. And the doctor finally came in and was like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and put a Foley in, which is a Foley. It's basically like a catheter, except for the Foley comes out. Both catheter does too, but the Foley makes your cervix expand to 3 centimeters to 4. So he put the Foley in, and it blew up, and it had like this medicine in it that makes you contract or thin out your cervix. So put that in, and I literally sat in the office for 4 freaking hours, and I was like, what in the hell? Like, I was pissed. Like, you talk about pissed. I was mad. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to stick this out for my baby, you know. I can't be sitting here cussing these little nurses out because I am not in the mood for any of these people. So they put the Foley in. I lay back down. They put me on the monitor. They couldn't get her heart rate. And I was like, you know what? I got to poop bad. Like, I've got to go. Sorry for TMI, but I have got to poop. So they took me off the monitor. I went and pooped. They was like, might be just pressure. And I was like, okay. So I tried to poop, but nothing was coming out, and it was the Foley coming out, and I was like, oh shit, I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, what do you need to put it back in? Like, what did I do? Did I push too hard? What did I do? And it was like, no, it's fine. That's what happens. Like, it's supposed to fall out and blah, blah. And I was like, but there's blood. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, nah. And they was like, no, that's completely normal. It's okay. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I sat back down, and it was like, well, maybe you need to eat something. And I was like, you told me not to eat. So I didn't eat. And my mom had some crackers and a little like snack size, little Snicker bar. I don't know if you know what those are. But, or bite size. That's not snack size. Bite size Snicker bar. And she gave that to me, and Beretta was like, ding, 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 ding. It was so funny. And they finally picked her up, and I was 3 centimeters dilated by the time I was done. And it told me to go in that night at 10 o'clock, I think. 9, 10 o'clock, I don't remember. So, after that, we went to Stage Bus down in Morristown, and we ate down there, and, I think I got chicken tenders. I think that's what I got. Yeah, I think I got chicken tenders. I didn't really eat them because I wasn't hungry. I went home, couldn't sleep. I was like, damn it. So, got up, got everything packed and ready to go, or everything was packed already, but put it all in the car, you know. Got everything ready to go. Got to the hospital, got everything under control. I was strep B positive, so they had to do like this medication that you have to do like 3 doses of before you can have a baby. And so they did that, and let me tell you, that was freaking horrible. They like put it in the IV, and the girl, I don't know if she knew, but like there was like a bubble in it, and it like she pushed it through as hard as it could go, and it freaking popped, and oh my god, it burnt my arm so bad. Like they had it at a 4, and they had to put it at a 1 because it was burning my hand so bad, and I was crying. I was like, look, I'm trying not to cuss y'all out. This hurts. You guys need to stop doing what it's doing. Like, I don't know what's going on, but you gotta stop. And they made me go on like 3 or 4 bags of fluid. Did those. Did the medicine. At 6:30 they came in, or right before 6:30 they was like, okay, well at 6:30 they're gonna come in and do your epidural. And I was like, or do you want the epidural? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they was like, well, before then, do you want some medication? And I was like, or some pain medication. I said, yeah, that's fine. I'm not really hurting that bad, but I mean, you can give it to me. And she was like, oh, well, it's going to make you dizzy. And I was like, nope, never mind. Because I have really bad anxiety, and my anxiety makes me really dizzy. And I did not want to have an anxiety attack while I'm about to have my baby. So I didn't take it. And I was like, no. And like everyone was making fun of me because I was going, like, I don't know, it just made me feel better. Like, I wasn't screaming, I wasn't being loud, I wasn't doing nothing, but I literally slept from the time I got there. And when they put the IV in, I fell asleep. And then after that, every time they came in, sometimes I'd woke up and I was talking to them, fell back asleep. They came in at 6:30. They had to wake me up. They came in at 6:30. They did my epidural. I hummed through the whole thing. Like, it wasn't bad. I'm going to be completely honest. It stung, yes. And I did have contractions during it. And I was like, and I had the problem of, like, doing this. And they want you to be like this. No. They want you to be like this. And I was like this. And, or like this. And I was supposed to be like this, and I was like this, okay? But, I mean, it hurt, but it didn't hurt at the same time. Like, I thought it was going to be worse than what it was. But, I went numb. Like, I wasn't completely numb, but I didn't really feel anything. But I could feel, like, them touching me down there. Or on my legs, not down there. And that was fine. Like, it didn't really, like, it numbed me. Don't get me wrong, it numbed me. But after that, they did that at 6:30. I fell asleep until 7. He came in at 7. It broke my water, and I was like, okay, you're gonna do my water, okay. And they did my water. They put the catheter in, and I fell back asleep. I fell asleep that was at 7. It took him like maybe 2 minutes. He was like, okay, it's done. I was like, what? Are you sure? That was it? What? No, it wasn't. Okay. So they put the catheter in. They said, oh, this might hurt. And I was like, okay. Didn't hurt. And they put it in and whatever. I said, well, you can't get up. I was like, okay. So guess what I did? I slept. From 7 o'clock till about 10. Let me say 10:05. Maybe. No. 10 o'clock. I slept from then till 10. And I was like, oh my God, Mom, I have got to poop. Bad. Like, I gotta go now. Like, it's coming out. And it was like, are you sure you gotta poop? And I said, yes, like, it's coming out right now. And 4 times, it felt like I had to poop. Like, I was pushing. I gotta poop so bad. And they came in and they was like, you ready to push? And I was like, no, I just gotta poop. They said, nope, that's your baby coming out. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So they was like, all right, well, let's do some practice pushes. And I was like, and they was like, okay, we gotta go get the doctor, because she was coming out. Like, it didn't matter if I was pushing or not. She was coming out. So they put me up in the stirrups, and he said, okay, push. I pushed once, pushed twice, and it took me 15 minutes to have my baby. And there she was. At 10:17, she was born. And she weighed 712. She was born at 10:17, and she is amazing. She's 4 months old to this day. Well, yeah, actually to this day, because it's Friday. On December 1st. She was born August 1st. She is a miracle baby. She is awesome. I love her to death. I would never trade her for the world. She is the most perfect baby. I love her. She means the world to me. Beretta, when you see this when you're older, Mommy loves you, and I cannot wait to see you grow and see how amazing you are at life and what you're going to do with your future. I love you, and I love every one of you guys that are watching this video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and you guys turn that post notification on so you can see what I post. My next post will be about me and Austin, how me and Austin met. So you guys stay tuned. Let me guys show you Beretta again before I hop off of here. Her with that mouth open. She sleeps like her daddy. But no, guys, she's fine. She's fine, everybody. She's okay. But you guys turn that notification. Sorry, I got red. That scared me. It scared me so bad. My heart's racing. But you guys turn that post notification on, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful night. Oh, by the way, we're getting married this Saturday on the 2nd. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Okay? Bye.